Welcome to TVN Business on Television Nigerian. I am Chiwende Osisiogo. 43 days after the 2019 budget was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, the federal government has yet to release funds to ministries, departments, and agencies for the implementation of capital projects. Buhari had on 27th May signed the 2019 budget of 8.91 trillion naira made up of capital expenditure of 2.09 trillion naira, recurrent expenditure of 4.07 trillion naira, statutory transfers of 502 billion naira, fiscal deficit of 1.92 trillion naira, and special intervention of 500 billion naira. Top officials of the government stated that no amount had been released for funding of capital projects contained in the 2019 budget. However, one of the officials attributed the delay in releasing funds for capital projects to various factors, and some of which include the procurement process, the non-constitution of a cabinet, and the low approval limit of permanent secretaries. The power situation in Nigeria has continued to worsen over the years despite the substantial investment in the sector by past and present administrations in the country, a new report has said. Nine Post Limited said in its Power Poll second quarter 2019 report released on Wednesday that the quarterly average cumulative hours of power supply dropped to 9.2 in second quarter 2019 from 9.6 in first quarter. The report said the decline in power supply in the second quarter attributed to the continuous breakdown of the national grid and other daunting challenges experienced at both levels of generation and transmission of electricity in the country. It said the decline had hampered economic activities, especially of businesses whose operation depend majorly on the power supply. The Debt Management Office has said that the Nigerian's total public debt now stands at 24.95 trillion naira. Statistics obtained from the DMO on Wednesday show that the country's total debt stood at 24.95 trillion naira as of March 31st, rising from 19.16 trillion naira as of March 31st, 2017. It further explained that within a period of 2 years, the country's total debt rose by 5.79 trillion naira, adding that the country's debt profile rose by 30.22%. However, out of the total debt profile, external debt accounted for 7.81 trillion naira, $25.61 billion in percentage term. External debt accounted for 31.51% of the country's total debt portfolio. Meanwhile, the total domestic debt amounted to 17.07 trillion naira. The federal government component of the domestic debt accounted for 13.11 trillion naira, while the subnational government accounted for 3.97 trillion naira. Antec Global organized a free training sections in Abuja with the aim of eradicating poverty in the society. Our correspondent Eti Justus has the report.
Antec Global organizing a free training sections for Nigerians. This aim is for the purpose of eradicating poverty in our society.
Antec Global, like I said, is a fintech company that connects people to the largest market, where people trade using our award-winning platform, Trading, and we provide support, education on how to trade into the financial market. And one thing about this market is alleviating poverty.
The director of Antec Global, Mike Fowokwe, said during his speech that Antec started since 30 years ago and still existing to date.
I'm the director of African business at Antec Global. Antec Global is a fintech company that started 30 years ago in Hong Kong. Over the course of the years, we've been able to spread our tentacles to countries like Japan, New Zealand, Australia, London, Pakistan, India, Jordan, Mauritius, Nigeria, Turkey. And what do? We empower people. We sell opportunity for people to make money.
Fowokwe said in order for every Antec members to get a positive result, they must all embrace forest trade. I'm Eti Justus, TVN News.
Well, that's what we have for you today on TVN Business. I am Chiwende Osisiogo. Now we shall be looking at the graphical representations of business stories making headlines. Stay with us. Welcome back, and in case you're just joining us, it's still TV and Business, and today we are going to be discussing about the multiple streams of income working class ladies in perspective. And today I have a guest who will be dedicating us more on the topic. She is Miss Rukayat Muhammad. You're welcome to TV and Business.
Thank you very much.
And it's a pleasure to have you on TV and Business. Okay, talking about multiple stream of income, can you tell us about it? Like what you know about it?
Well, in my opinion, I believe multiple stream of income means not depending on just a single income, which is very, very important. Because depending on one income is going to choke the single income you are. So it's very hard for you to save, then to do all the responsibilities. So it's better you have multiple streams of income, so you won't choke your single income.
But multiple stream of income is not actually easy. Sometimes you just have to, especially for working class people, by the time they work from 8 to 5 p.m., it's not really easy to have another source of income. So what do you think about it?
Yes, it's all about finding balance. There are things you could do weekends.
Okay.
It just depends on what you pick as your second source of income, second or third. Some people even have more than two streams of income. It depends on what you pick as your some things you just need to do them weekend, while some things you could even do them like evening. Yes, I'm talking about stuffs like makeup, event management. Most of these events just happens during the weekend. So there are stuff you could even do online, maybe vlogging, managing accounts for people on social media and all of that. So you could even do it on your phone while you are less busy at work. Yes.
Well, I have a friend who always work from 8 to 5, and the only time she have to rest is sometimes weekends. So are you telling me that instead of her to rest, she should actually work? Because if she goes to the hospital to complain to the doctor will say, okay, you're not resting, you're not having time to rest, your health is more important than any other thing in life. So what do you think about?
For somebody working in that 8 to 5 with no time, I believe that job should be paying hugely. Or else, then she should try her best and find something she's passionate about, so it will be easy for her to do that stuff she's passionate. If you're passionate about anything, you will just do it without thinking it's stress. Yes.
Okay, I know you to be a working class and also a business. So how do you combine this?
Everything in life, all you need is balance. I know how my schedule at work is, and I know my off work schedule. So all I find is I try to find a balance. I try to do during work hours, I try to do my work, not carrying over the work. You understand? Then for the business, I try to not choke myself as well. I like my business, I do my businesses, but I try not to choke myself. Okay, if you want to buy this, okay, I give you time, please, a week notice, so I won't choke myself and all that.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, can you just mention some of the extra things young ladies in Abuja could actually engage themselves in doing legitimately?
Enough. There's makeup business, and makeup pays a lot because during the weekend a lot of people go for weddings, even event planning, catering services, photography. Photography, vlogging, managing people's accounts on Instagram. There are plenty businesses that don't have ideas on how to manage their accounts. So when you do that, opening websites, managing their sites and all that.
I think the easiest one is actually sitting at home and making millions on your laptop.
There are people that do YouTube page that show how you make your food, or some people make food and package and just send it out to through dispatch guys, and that's it. And they make their money.
Wow. Okay, how about unemployed person in the army? Or they also try making a living through this as well?
Yes, they're even the ones that should even key more into it instead of the employed people. Yes, if you are unemployed, it's not everybody that will get a white collar job. People are graduating every day in Nigeria, so there's no time to be waiting for one white collar job. You just do your thing, try and find one or two things to do, and get engaged. And gradually, you might not start small, big. You can just start small with family, friends, neighbors, and that's it. And you start growing. Just make sure what you are giving in is a good service.
I have a friend that she's actually unemployed, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that I actually advised her to actually open a small shop soon. She was telling me that her children, by the time they take one biscuit, take one juice and everything, she realized that her gain is not actually no gain, because if you calculate the gain from profit you make from biscuits, sometimes it's not even up to, sometimes it's not encouraging, but you just have to do something. You know, I was talking to her, so that kind of a person, what would you expect me as a person to tell her?
She must not open shop. She should get another form of business that if she knows her children are not going to selling Ankara, selling shoes.
But all these things is capital you use.
It's true. But she can start small, seriously. She can start with a dozen. And before you know it, she will double it, triple it. And she just needs discipline.
Yeah.
Yes. And even for the shop too, she just needs to discipline the children and tell them, see, pa, this is mommy's mommy's
If I'm the child,
income.
I'll be stealing the bikini. I like it. Okay, do you agree that there are jobs that are meant for men or for women, or just general?
No, I don't agree. Like, which kind of job can a woman not do, and which kind of job? All you need is the necessary training and capacity building while you are on the job.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's any job that a woman cannot do. I'm thinking.
Are you serious? So I think I can actually work as a mechanic.
Yes, there's a female mechanic
Are you
in
serious?
Lagos. Yes, there's a female, and she's doing great. And people are along drivers too.
Okay.
There are female. I was stunned when I saw a female. Instead of me to concentrate on where I was going, I was just opening my mouth, looking at her like, yeah, this woman is doing, and she was doing great with the Agbero boys, everything. She was doing her along, collecting her change. Okay. There is nothing. I think all you need to do is have the zeal and determination that I can do this. These men, they have two heads. Me too, can do it too.
Okay, what I talk about, so let me just ask you this question. It's supposed to be
Yes.
off this, but are you trying to say I can be a bus conductor?
You can.
Are you serious?
And you're a
I've
female
never seen a
self, your
female bus
voice-
conductor. No.
Your voice will sound louder.
Okay, because we have seen men do women's stuff and women do men's stuff. So that's why I actually asked those questions if they were adding to them. But I feel that anything that, as long as your hands and your legs are working, you can actually just do something instead of just sitting at home, right?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, what's your advice for young ladies who are either unemployed now or have extra things to engage themselves in doing?
Okay,
That can actually earn them extra income.
Yes, my advice is white collar jobs can never be enough. And find something around you, solve a problem. Solve a problem and get your money. Find something around it. There are always issues. There's something that needs to be fixed. There's something that needs to sell out. Just look around you. There's always one thing or the other you do. And you don't necessarily have to start big. That's the mistake we all make. We are looking for big capitals. We want to have a shop from the onset. You can start small. Sometimes when you even start small, it helps you to know more about the business. There are more stuff. You learn and you grow. So it's all about find a passion, something you are passionate about. Don't just say, okay, I just want to make money. Without passion, you will just be like relaxed about it and give up easily. So just find something you are passionate about, something that solves the problem. That's it.
Okay, thanks for that. For now, we shall be going on a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue. Don't go away. Welcome back from the break, and in case you're just joining us, it's still TV and business, and today we have been discussing on the multiple streams of income working class ladies in perspective. And of course, my guests have been doing justice to the questions. Ms. Rukayat Muhammad. Okay, my next question for you, in all this, do you think social media plays a huge role in assisting persons to make extra income?
Yes, I believe.
I think so.
Yes. As I'm a business person, and I tell you that most of the times, in a day, I get about 4 or 5 customers from social media. So I don't see why I should be paying data and just be following celebrities and be prognosing in what does not concern me instead of making money for myself. People make a lot of money from social media. You get a lot of customers. All you need to do is put up your product, give a good service. People make referrals. People I don't even know, they will make referrals because they enjoyed what they got from me. Yes, aside selling of goods, there's also selling of services. Or I forgot to mention, there are services you can render instead of buying and selling. Buying and selling can cause drama. Yes, here and there, people owing and all that. But you can render services and good to go, and you're good to go. And yes, social media plays a big role, a very huge role. People are there online waiting for, most people are lazy these days. They will just hashtag what they are looking for. Maybe I'm looking for a black dress. I'll just be like hashtag black dress in Abuja. And shops and people who sell it will just pop up. And so it's better you take advantage of your social media, use it rightly, and you get your money. And you'll be at home. And also, people also get money from managing people's accounts. There are people that have companies, business, and they are so busy they can't even go online. And you see those accounts are dormant for months. So when you tell people, I could manage, or like a stay-at-home mom, she's not doing anything. When she fixes the house, gets the children to school, that period she can just switch to the account she's managing, do the advert, run promos, and voila, she has her money.
Well, the people are actually mistaking that social media, because it's not when you just social media, I want to make money from social media. You have to calm down to consult someone first, because they said customers are always right. Sometimes if you don't advertise your product the way the customers want it, you understand, you might not actually have so many customers. So what do you want to say about that?
Yes, in life we learn, we unlearn, and we relearn. So it's a gradual process. You start, when you fail, you retry, and you keep trying. Just don't give up. You keep trying. And yes, you have to be careful too with social media sales, because there are some customers that are not customers. So you just have to be careful. You check through the person's profile, know that this person is not dubious and all that, because some people have gotten into trouble through businesses on social media. So what you need to do is be careful. Everything you have to do, you have to be careful in life generally. So be careful, but it pays. Social media pays. It pays me. So
obviously, I can see it. You're looking pretty,
Thank you.
Okay, finally, just your final thoughts to especially people that at home. As a businesswoman that you are in a working class, it's not easy. You're trying. Actually, I envy you a lot. Okay, your advice to them, those that are at home, especially those that are not unemployed, and to those that are actually working and feel that they need to do something else to earn more. What's your advice to them? And I want you to also break it down so that you can actually have an idea of what to do, because so many people are actually ignorant of this fact.
First and foremost, multiple streams of income are very important. If you have a multiple stream of income, then you will find out that another stream is coming and you're not even touching it. It enables you to save. It enables you to buy whatever you want to buy. You don't need permission. You have this money. Yes. But it takes a lot of hard work as well. People that are unemployed, I said it before, honestly, you have no excuse. There are 1,000,001 things around us. Check. There's always a problem to solve. There's something that is needed in your environment. This is I can't give an example now because it's a relative kind of
But some men actually want their wife to be housewife, so it's not
at home she can make money from the house. She can cook, and there are people that are working in very busy offices and they don't have time to cook. So all she needs to do is have a menu. I make this, I make that. Cook for these people, put it in their containers and have prices. Liters per liters. I don't know how they do it, but she can cook and send, and those people can even come to our house and pick up if the husband doesn't want her to go out. Yes, there are some husbands like that, so she can do that. There are other stuff she can do. Makeup, but makeup takes a lot.
It's actually expensive, because if you want to make up for somebody, you have to buy good products. I think
yes, cleaning services. Yes. What else? A salon. They could have the salon in front of her house if she can. Someone like me, I don't know how to make hair. Then you could also invest in other big businesses, but I think that one is just a big man thing. I like the whole being involved in the business. Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Rukayat Mohammed. It's nice interacting with you, honestly. All right, that's the much we have for you today on TV and Business. I am Chiwande Osisiegun, and don't forget that opportunities don't happen, you create them. Thanks for watching.